Hello chess fans, this is Rick from Chess to Progress with number 33 in the series Viewers Games. This one is from Justin from the United States of America, but living in Scotland in the UK. He says, "Hello Rick, I love your channels and think it's really cool you want to analyze your viewers games. I'm a beginner and trying to improve my overall game, but especially my opening play, because I make pretty bad mistakes in the openings and that just ruins your day." Yes, we all know that feeling of a bad game of chess ruining your day. Thanks for having a look, Justin. Let's have a look at Justin's game. Justin was white in this game, and it is a one-day correspondence game on the Chess Time app, which means that each player has 1 day for every move. Justin opened e4, and his opponent played e5, knight f3 and knight f6. That is the Petrov defense, the Russian defense. Knight c3, knight c6, good development from both players. Justin develops his bishop, and black plays knight d4. From this game it's clear that black is a beginner, and I would say to beginners, don't play with the same piece in the opening twice. So a move like bishop b4, just developing another piece, makes more sense here for a beginner. Not that knight d4 is a bad move, but try to avoid playing with the same piece twice in the opening. Only when you get stronger you know when you can break that rule. Now the e5 pawn is unprotected and Justin takes it. Knight takes e5. Black wants to win his pawn back. Knight takes b5. Knight takes b5. And knight takes e4. And black has won his pawn back. But let's go back to the position after knight takes e5 from Justin. Here black played knight takes b5 to win that pawn back on e4. It also happened in a Grandmaster game in the 2009 Chorus tournament where Nigel Short played Erwin Lamy. Nigel Short, a legendary Grandmaster from England who challenged Garry Kasparov for the world title in 1993 against Erwin Lamy, who by that time was a young Grandmaster from the Netherlands. Both players were ranked above 2600. Let's have a look at what happened in their game. White Short, black Lamy. It was played on the 19th of January 2009. We have the same position. Knight takes b5 from Lamy. And Short took on b5, and in our game black took now on e4, but Lamy does something different. He first kicks the knight back with c6, knight went back to c3, and played queen e7, attacking the other knight. That knight went back to f3, and only now did Lamy recapture his pawn with knight takes e4. Short castled. Lamy decided to take on c3. Short took back with the d-pawn to open the diagonal for his bishop on c1. d5. Bishop g5 hitting the queen. Queen went to d6. Black is terribly behind in development. White already has castled and has got his pieces out. He's ready for rook e1. Black still has to develop his bishops and has to castle. Rook e1 check. Bishop interposing. Knight d4. And here black is already in big trouble. It's hard to find a good move for him. He played c5, kicking the knight. Knight takes e6. You have to take with the pawn, because if you take with the queen you lose your queen because of the rook on e1. But you really open up your king now after f takes e6. There comes queen h5 check, g6, and a very nice move, queen g4. Now attacking the e6 square twice with both queen and rook. You have to protect with the king, king f7. And another very nice move from Short, c4. Lamy played d4. And then the winning combination from Short, queen f3 check, king g8, and bishop f6. And after 19 moves, the 2600 player of the Netherlands resigned. His rook is hanging, and bishop g7 also costs material because of queen takes b7, with a mate threat on g7. And after bishop takes f6, there's queen takes a8. White has won a pawn and an exchange, and black's king is still in big trouble. If you see this game and you don't know who the black player is, you won't think that it was a grandmaster. You would think that it is a mediocre amateur player. So something must have gone terribly wrong in Erwin Lamy's preparation for this game. This is a game he will quickly want to forget. So you see, even very strong grandmasters can look like mediocre amateurs. Back to Justin's game. We just left it after black took on e4, regaining his pawn. Justin played d4, opening the diagonal for the bishop, and queen f6. Bad move. He's trying a cheapo, as we call it in chess. He's trying queen takes f2 checkmate. But there's an easy way for white to refute it. Queen e2 protects the f2 square, and queen b6. Like Erwin Lamy in the game we just saw, black is ignoring his development, and even worse, he's not recognizing the danger on the e-file with the queen eyeing up the king. Justin took the piece and black took on b5, regaining the knight, but as said, completely overlooks the danger against his king. There's a forced mate now, and Justin finds it. Knight c6 is very strong. The queen gives check to the king, and only bishop e7 can be played, and then queen takes e7 is checkmate, and after 11 moves Justin has won this game. A very good example of how things can go badly wrong if you don't develop your pieces, not only in the game of this black player who was clearly a beginner, but also at 2600 grandmaster level. We saw that example from Erwin Lamy. Make sure you develop your pieces, make sure you bring your pieces into play. They all want to be in the game, they all want to be at the party. It's one of the most important fundamentals in chess. Thank you, Justin, for sending this game, and well played. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the Chess2 Progress channel. Please leave a comment, and if you like the video, it would be great if you could share it on social media. You also may want to check out my Chess2 Impress channel. The link is in the description box. This is Rick from Chess2 Progress. Thank you for watching.